Let's check out this book together. This book has real pictures from outer space in it, and it's called About Space. Have you ever looked up at the sky? It seems so big, and there are so many stars. Yet what we see in our sky is only a very tiny part of the universe. Long ago, people could only look at the stars with their eyes. Most of the stars of the Milky Way just looked like a white streak in the sky. A star with planets around it is called a sun. There is a sun at the center of every solar system. Without our sun, there could be no life in our solar system. Mercury is a small planet. It is much smaller than Earth, but bigger than our moon. It is very, very hot on Mercury. It is much too hot for people to live there. Venus has been called the evening star because it shines very brightly at just about sunset. Venus is covered with thick clouds. There are always very big storms in these clouds. The space rovers have found many other things. Some things have led scientists to think that long ago there could have been some form of life on Mars. Jupiter is very, very big. All of the other planets in our solar system could fit inside Jupiter. There are also rings that orbit around Saturn. The rings are made of ice, rocks, and dust. Neptune has a set of rings around it. The rings are very hard to see. Neptune might even have a deep ocean. The dark spot on Neptune is a great storm. Astronomers found a dwarf planet that is much bigger than Pluto. There may be other dwarf planets in our solar system that are bigger than Pluto. It also says Pluto was once considered a planet. However, the discoveries of other natural objects in our solar system, just as large as Pluto, have caused astronomers to reconsider what the term planet should mean. After much debate, many astronomers agreed that Pluto and some other large, round space objects belonged in a new category named dwarf planets. Earth has one moon. Our moon is like a very dry desert. Our moon has had visitors. In 1969, the Apollo 11 spaceship carried astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to the moon to explore its surface. Neil Armstrong was the first person to walk on the moon. He left his footprints. There's no air on the moon to blow them away. His footprints are still on the moon today. Astronauts go through years of specialized training. They must have strong skills in science, math, and technology. The astronauts that go into space must learn how to function in weightless environments and even learn how to do a spacewalk. Sometimes astronauts train underwater. The water helps them know what it feels like to float in space. How would you like to live in space? Some astronauts do. There are teams of astronauts that take turns living and working on the space station. A space station is an enormous satellite that orbits the Earth. The biggest space station so far is the International Space Station. The International Space Station is made up of many different parts. Astronauts put these parts together in space. Many types of science experiments are done on the space station that cannot be done on Earth. There is no gravity on the space station. That means that everything that is not attached floats freely in the air. Some experiments explore the effects of no gravity. For example, how do plants grow when there's no gravity? Or what is the effect on humans and animals when they live without gravity for weeks or months? Living on a space station has its own special challenges. Astronauts do not get some fresh fruits and vegetables, but some of the food that astronauts eat has been freeze-dried, a special process used to remove all of the water from the food. Before astronauts eat their freeze-dried food, they put the water back in it. Just like many kids, astronauts drink from boxes or pouches using a straw. With everything floating, drinking from a glass could get very messy. Most astronauts sleep in sleeping bags. They are tied to the wall so they won't float away. Some astronauts need to go outside the space station to do repairs or attach new parts. When they go out into space, the astronauts wear a special spacesuit. A special jetpack is attached to the EMU. This jetpack can propel an astronaut freely through space. If an astronaut became separated from the space station, the jetpack could help him or her to get back safely. The International Space Station is just one of the many tools used to learn more about space. Another important tool for space exploration is the telescope. Some huge telescopes, like ones in Hawaii, are here on Earth. Others, like the Hubble telescope, are up in space. These telescopes allow special scientists, called astronomers, to see other galaxies of stars that are deep in space. Astronomers now believe there are billions of galaxies in the universe. Do you think there may be other forms of life in a far-off galaxy? The galaxy pictured here is called the Sombrero, I may be saying that, galaxy. At the center of this galaxy is a huge black hole, believed to be 1 billion times more massive than our sun. The gravity in the black hole pulls things toward it. The gravity of a black hole is very strong. It sucks in everything around it. Even light cannot escape from a black hole. There's so much more exciting information to learn about space. Maybe someday you will be a scientist or an astronomer. Perhaps you will make new discoveries and explore distant galaxies. What if you were an astronaut? Think of all the exciting things you could do. Maybe you could fly to Mars and help build a space station there.